What does drip mean?
Like style. Yeah, like if you see me right now, you say I'm drippier.
If you want to call somebody cool, what would you say? Like
Probably like mad lit on God or something.
mad lit on God?
Yeah, or
Like G-O-D?
yeah, mad lit on God, no cap.
Mad lit on God, no.
You know it.
Black people are the cool. They
make things cool.
They're the culture drivers of America without question. What's democracy if not the original hip hop? How everything filtered out from there.
I grew up not like my house wasn't in the Black community, but my friendships were, and I learned really young what privilege was. Not only racial privilege, but financial privilege without anyone telling me. I saw it clear as day.
Are you an African American woman?
I identify as Black.
You identify as Black. Let me put a picture up of you in your early 20s, though. And when you see this picture, is this an African American woman, or is that a Caucasian woman?
That's not in my early 20s, but...
That's a little younger, I guess? Yeah.
I think I was 16 in that picture.
Is she a Caucasian woman or an African American woman?
I would say that visibly she would be identified as white by people who see her.
But at the time, were you identifying yourself as African American?
In that picture, during that time, no.
Welcome back, YouTube, to another episode of T-Wizzle Reactions. Welcome back to everybody that's already subscribed, and welcome to all my new viewers. To all my new viewers, if you like the content, consider hitting the subscribe button, and welcome to the game. To everybody else, I appreciate and thank you all for hitting that subscribe button and for commenting on the videos and engaging with the channel. We almost up at 100 subscribers. Thanks to you all. When we hit that 100 subscriber goal, we will be doing the giveaway. And today we got another controversial video, but we're going to be reacting to basically white people telling the truth. The title of the video say white folks panic as white Gen Z choose black culture and publicly want to be like black people. But that's not entirely the truth. There is white people on here, mainly young white people, admitting that they find black culture cool. They find it trendy, the way we dress, the way we style things up. A couple of people was on here admitting that everything originated from hip-hop. It was just a bunch of different testimonies. It was one testimony about hair, and a few coming to realization that they started to understand what white privilege was by having access to black friends and being around the black culture. And you even had an older white woman basically thanking Generation Z because she said, because of this generation's honesty and how open they are to black people instead of being racist, she feels though they're evolving the race. She feels as though they are propelling them forward. And then she goes on to give actual facts. Looks like it's from a census that says basically white people are going to be below 50% for the first time in history by like 2040 or something like that. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. Shout out Prophets again for the clip.
And I'm not black.
No.
And I want to be black when I grow up.
If you could be any race other than the one you are, which would it be?
That's a great question. Black?
What is your current race?
I'm white.
What is one thing that you take pride in about being white?
There's a lot I look down upon being white.
What is something that you appreciate about black culture?
I just went to a recent concert that had a lot of black artists that I think are extremely inspiring. A lot of what they rap about is something that I cannot experience firsthand, and I'd like to understand it better. And part of that understanding, I don't think I will achieve because I'm white.
Your white skin is so beautiful. Why do you go to the beach and burn yourself to a crisp trying to get brown if it's so wonderful to be white? And if you love your thin lips, why are you going to the doctor getting collagen injected and telling me my lips are too big? Don't, you know, that's my thing. That trips me out. Whenever, you know, white girls come to me, oh, your butt is so big. And it's like, well, why do you go get on that stair stepper at Holiday Health Spa trying to get your butt as big as mine? And being white is so wonderful. I don't understand why all these white teenagers don't stay white.
How do you feel about white women who wear like box braids and get BBLs and skin tans and things like that?
Do it. I feel like if they want to do it, it's fine. I mean, it might look like a cultural appropriation type of thing, but I mean, if they like it, go for it.
Okay. Why did you say don't do it?
At least make it look good if you are going to. They never do. They never make it look good.
But don't box braids always look good on a white woman?
Play the cricket sound when you... Excuse me?
But okay, so...
Not always. I have seen a few where it's like, okay, maybe it do look nice.
Why can't white women wear box braids, but black women can wear like 613 blonde wigs and things like that?
Because blonde is not a culture. I could be born black and have blonde hair. I could be born black and have red hair.
But how common is that, honestly?
It's not saying it's common,
right?
But it's not culture. You're not going to see anybody birthed with box braids coming out their hair.
That's true, but I mean, you're also not going to really see a black woman with blonde hair.
It's very rare.
It's one tribe. It's one tribe.
It's very rare, but it's possible.
Can we stop pretending like the world revolves around black individuals? Women are not getting lip filler or even tans because they want to look black.
Okay, then why do you do it? And that's a serious question, because my entire life I've heard, look, Lou, I got almost as dark as you. Y'all say that proudly. Then why do you do it? I mean, obviously you think that darker skin and fuller lips look better. I mean, you're not doing it to look ugly, right? And you know what the sun does to your skin. You know that it will kill you. And y'all will risk life and limb to lay out in that sun, to lay in a bed, to go do whatever to get this dark skin. And then you say, we don't want to look like y'all. Then why do you do it?
Years. Are you an African-American woman?
I identify as black.
You identify as black. Let me put a picture up of you in your early 20s, though. And when you see this picture, is this an African-American woman? Or is that a Caucasian woman?
That's not in my early 20s, but...
That's a little younger, I guess? Yeah.
I think I was 16 in that picture.
Is she a Caucasian woman or an African-American woman?
I would say that visibly she would be identified as white by people who see her.
But at the time, were you identifying yourself as African-American?
In that picture, during that time, no.
Your parents were asked this question this week, and they didn't have any trouble answering it. Here's what they said. She's clearly our birth daughter, and we're clearly Caucasian. That's just a fact. Your father went on to say she's a very talented woman doing work she believes in. Why can't she do that as a Caucasian woman, which is what she is? How do you answer that question?
Well, first of all, I really don't see why they're in such a rush to whitewash some of the work that I have done and who I am and how I've identified. And this goes back to a very early age with my self-identification with the black experience as a very young child.
When did it start?
I would say about 5 years old.
Hello, everybody.
I know they all want to be us. Hold on, did y'all ever catch this old video of Donald Trump saying that he wants to be black? This video is almost impossible to find. In fact, they deleted it off of YouTube. Y'all think I'm playing? Look, they really deleted it off of YouTube. I did always find it funny that Donald Trump's wife's name was Millennia, like melanin, and now he's saying that he wants to be black, y'all. Look at this, listen to this.
I've said on occasion, even about myself, if I was starting off today, I would love to be a well-educated black because I really believe they do have an actual advantage today.
I love the black community, and I've done more for the black community than any other president. And I say, with the possible exception of Abraham Lincoln.
Y'all, he didn't even say Obama's name. Y'all think he's throwing shots at Obama? Oh my God, I told y'all he didn't do nothing.
Bled on the battlefields of the American Revolution, and they really did. When you read the history, what they gave up, they gave everything came to smash the chains of slavery and preserve our nation, and they did it with incredible bravery. They helped win the Wild West, tame the skies, and save freedom in the Second World War. They're warriors. From the very beginning, black Americans have been a vital part of the American story, helping to make this the greatest nation in the history of the world.
So what we gonna do about it? Sit back and watch, y'all. This is the fall of Babylon. I've been telling y'all the shift is here, and Donald Trump wants to be black, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Let's get it, y'all. Peace out.
How do you think that Gen Z's changed fashion as a whole?
Some kids are like
so crazy right now.
Some kids are like, I only wear thrifted stuff, so like kind of like split.
Right, like
I think it's just like revitalized revolutionists.
I think we're starting to reuse a lot of the stuff, and I don't think it's looked down upon to reuse like pieces very often.
Like, I'll see a lot of Y2K mixed with like 70s and 80s.
A big wave of independent designers and brand thrifting platforms like Depop. And
Fashion changing way Gen Z is like adapting as like we're these rebels and like we're bringing this new revolution of fashion.
Hey, I want to show you something. I've been saying for a while that Gen Z was going to be the generation to really propel us forward and spark change, but let's take a look at Generation Alpha. The majority of America will be minorities by 2045, with white people dipping below 50% of the population. You can see that Gen Z is going to be the last generation in America with the majority of a white population. Generation Alpha has the largest minority population, and around 2045, white people will fall below 50%. I'll just leave this information here, but I just want to say that I am so excited to see this change in my lifetime.
This one to my homegirls. If I told you I stopped fucking with him and you check my location and I'm at his house, whoop-de-fucking-do. If I told you I stopped fucking with him and you see us out to eat, you see his name pop on my motherfucking phone, whoop-de-fucking-do, bitch. I can't leave him alone.
What does drip mean?
Like style. Yeah, like if you see me right now, you say, oh, drippier.
If you want to call somebody cool, what would you say? Like
Probably like mad lit on God or something.
mad lit on God?
Yeah, or
Like G-O-D?
Yeah, mad lit on God, no cap.
Mad lit on God, no.
You know where this pose comes from? So I often mention how black American culture dominates the nation, yet it's rarely credited, or worse, is whitewashed and just called Gen Z culture so often. To combat this, I'm starting a new series called How Everything on This App Originated with Black People. Today we're going to talk about this viral pose. When it's done on TikTok, the pose is most often accompanied by the song Hey Loft by the band Mother Mother, and it involves someone sharing a bold piece of information about themselves. But it's such a common and widespread meme, and now even the Sharp family singers do it. What could this possibly have to do with black people? Well, this pose actually originated in basketball subculture to represent the saying ice in my veins, which is a play on the term cold-blooded, which means ruthlessly competitive or skilled at the game of basketball. It was famously popularized by the former Lakers player D'Angelo Russell, who would make the pose in celebration after scoring. But like most things on this app, the meme's roots in black culture have been widely acknowledged for the sake of associating with Gen Z more generally.
All I do is get the bag, my legacy's forever, never just a fad. Talk jewels.
Like really as if Jay Park's entire career isn't just black culture. Also, just in case anyone thinks I'm lying, please look at the
Today, you can thank black people for him. Black culture has influenced many popular fashion trends you see nowadays. In this video, I'm going to highlight just a few of them, but let it be known there are a lot of them out there. First, I'm going to start with sneaker culture. Sneakers became popularized in the black community in the late 70s and early 80s thanks to fashion, hip-hop, and basketball. Shoes like the Jordan 1 came out in 1985, and the sneaker industry boomed within the black community at that point, and it became known as sneaker culture as we know it today. Second one, hoop earrings. Hoop earrings go all the way back to Mesopotamia. Even Egyptian men sported hoop earrings. But in more recent times like the 60s and 70s, black women would wear hoop earrings as a way of showing unity and strength. In the 90s, groups like Salt and Pepper famously began wearing bamboo earrings, being called ghetto for this style. Today, hoops are seen as a staple of fashion for many women, thanks to the black women that paved the way. Third, I want to talk about long acrylic nails, and I want to highlight FloJo. If you don't know, she was once the fastest woman in the world. FloJo would often run at events with long nails that were 4 to 6 inches long with bold colors and designs. At that time, FloJo would be criticized by some critics saying she was abnormal, different, or deviant, And in the 90s and early 2000s, long nails were seen as an offensive stereotype amongst black women until other women started wearing them. Long nails originated back in Egypt, and throughout history, long nails have been seen as different, and black women have been criticized heavily for their long nails. But thanks to the black women who got criticized for their long nails, they opened the door for women nowadays to sport their long acrylic nails without any judgment from anyone. Streetwear emerged in the 80s around the same time that hip-hop emerged. And I'm gonna make a whole nother video about streetwear, but the same young people of color that were wearing streetwear at that time were the same people that were victim of the systemic injustices, especially Ronald Reagan's war on drugs. Black people were heavily criticized by the streetwear that they wore in the 80s and oftentimes were targeted because of it.
Right, racists, let's talk.
Let's talk.
I'm just gonna come out and say it. A majority of white people wish that they were black. They wish that they had the ability to create or invent. They wish that they had the ability to wear a variety of hairstyles. They wish that they had the ability to dance. They wish that they had original fashion. They wish that their style was memorable. They wish that they were able to turn heads in public. They wish that they could spend more than 2 hours in the sun. They wish to be desired. They wish that they could smell as good as black people. They wish that they were as superior as black people. They wish that they were as athletic as black people. Even wish that they were indigenous and could be gifted an entire planet from the Most High. They wish that they could excel at music and the arts. They wish that they could be scholars like black people. They wish that they were as intelligent as black people. They wish that they could even cook like black people. They even wish that they could look as cool as black people do in their cars, which explains why they have the windows rolled down at all fucking times. And the real big one, they really wish that they could age as gracefully.
I love that he clocked his people's tea. I love to see white people that are actually honest. I really do. And I always tell y'all that love and hate lives on the same spectrum. They love you so much that they start to hate you. All that superiority, it's really inferiority in reverse. Why, if you are so tired of people, because now they're trying to co-opt and colonize black fatigue, right? If you're so tired of people, why are you always in our comment sections? Why are you always watching everything that we're doing? If I don't like somebody and I'm afraid for my life, I'm not going to walk up to them and try to engage with them in any type of way. I'm going to walk the other way. It's not fair. It's not fatigue. It's obsession. It's admiration. It's love.
Definitely.
It's jealousy, envy. For those who actually operate that way. And then when you look in the comment sections, there was some white people saying this is true. This is facts. Facts on facts on facts. I mean, why do you think movies like Get Out was created? Get Out. Y'all remember Get Out? Ciao. Anyways, Fred Love is the Brooklyn way. What y'all think? Do y'all agree with what this Caucasian man had to say? The truth shall be revealed. Ooh, and this is why they're trying to destiny swap so bad. Because they literally want to be us. They want to be the ones that was oppressed. They want to be the ones that's experiencing racism. They want to be the ones that, you know, is on the opposite side of history. But we know who they are. We know the truth. Anyways, bye.
I just came across this article in the New York Times, and this girl right here deserves way more recognition. It's not just a TikTok dance, especially because there's a deep history of popular culture taking from and erasing the contributions of ethnic minorities.
Black people are the cool. They make things cool. They're the culture drivers of America without question.
Filters.
In some ways, I guess that's, you know, maybe ancient Greece. What's democracy if not the original hip hop? How everything filtered out from that. Kind of, you know, the same way.
Love it when you call me Big Son.
The same way music's been taking from black people forever. Everyone's kind of been taking our shit between philosophy and
speaking speaking of the music industry, I feel like black people have contributed so much to just like pop culture altogether. Oh, for sure. You know what I mean? Like black people have contributed, like we are honestly trendsetters, like down to like our nails, like super long nails, our hoop earrings, like our braids, like high heels. Like music, did you guys know that country music actually comes from rhythm and blues? I did not know that. Like we really have set the trend for anything pop culture and what we have contributed. So what are some things that you guys do, like that you feel like you've like maybe set a trend or that you have like gotten from like the Black culture, like that you do every day? I want to know.
I wouldn't say I have a combination of a trendsetter.
Yeah.
Y'all can't lie. Gen Z really got y'all in a chokehold. Y'all didn't have apartments when y'all was 20, 21, or 18. And who the fuck said Gen Z was lazy? Bitch, I had a job since I was 16. In this generation, y'all didn't have your own car at 18. It wasn't paying no car notes, nigga. It wasn't paying no rent. I was still living at y'all mama's house. I ain't gonna lie. We doing our big one. Like, Gen Z is definitely taking over. And don't be moving like y'all motherfuckers had the blueprint, because you didn't. I was sleeping on grandma couch. Yeah. And if y'all really had the motherfucking blueprint, we wouldn't even be trying to do this generational curse shit. So clock it. And y'all really was supposed to make it easier for us, but y'all didn't. That's why we over here breaking generational curses. Now y'all motherfuckers is in y'all late 30s and y'all late 40 doing what the fuck we doing. And no shade, we not lazy, we just fucking tired. And another thing, the shit that y'all was doing back in the days is gonna be 10 times harder now. Word. And no shade, you damn near gotta kill yourself to get by in society nowadays. Y'all been had a voice, y'all just ain't use it. So when Gen Z get the popping it, now it's we disrespectful. Y'all really been stuck in y'all ways for years and years and years. And half the millennials are still got the same mindset from when they was 25 years old. So who's really lazy?
My friend group, I was the only white kid in the Black community. I grew up not like my house wasn't in the Black community, but my friendships were. And I learned really young what privilege was, not only racial privilege, but financial privilege without anyone telling me. I saw it clear as day. Like, at such a young age, having people take me in, even though I look different than them, and loving me. I mean, all of my mentors at a young age were Black women. And so that set a tone in my life. And it's like, you have lifted me up and done so much for me. I will fight till the death for you. And that's just how I feel. And allyship is really important to me for every creed, every kind of person, every race, religion, sexual orientation. Yeah. It doesn't matter if I look like you. I think because I was othered as a kid, because I was the white kid, or really because I was the big kid. That was like my story as a child. I think when you're othered like that, it allows you to have empathy for people that are othered, no matter what they experience.
Let's get into it. Why do white women blackfish? First and foremost, for the newbies here, let's show some examples of blackfishing just in case you're unfamiliar. First up, bad baby. This person is this person, and this person, and this person. And next up, we've got Jessie Nelson. This person is this person, this person, this person. A white woman. White. Now that we've got some examples, let's talk about it. Disclaimer, this is just a hypothesis. It's not fact, this is just a hypothesis, okay? Okay. I feel as though white women blackfish because they don't have a sense of their own identity. Because let's break it down, they get the lip filler, they get an aggressive tan, they'll get braids, they'll purposely make themselves look racially ambiguous. Like, they don't want to look anything like their natural selves, like at all. Like, you saw those pictures at the beginning. They're unrecognizable. And I feel like they cling specifically onto Black culture because, number one, to them it's the most entertaining. And number two, because these are probably people who identified heavily with their whiteness beforehand. And the thing is, whiteness is empty. Like, the concept of whiteness is completely made up. Of course, it's a very real thing and it exists today, and whiteness holds power and privilege, but that's about it. There is no culture in whiteness. There's no identity in whiteness. And oftentimes people who identify most closely with their whiteness are people who don't know the difference between race and ethnicity. They don't know that race is a social construct and it's something that can change in meaning depending on which country you're in, for example. They don't understand that the concept of whiteness was created by white people. To understand that a little bit better, I would suggest reading the book Stamped from the Beginning. It's a thick, hefty read, but it's super valuable. Anyways, as I was saying, a lot of these white women who blackfish probably identified more closely with their whiteness than anything else, and whiteness is empty, so there was really nothing to cling on to. You don't see a lot of these white women identifying with their ethnicity, like if they're Irish or Scandinavian or Italian or whatever. So I feel like because they don't really have anything to connect to in terms of creating a sense of self and a sense of identity, they try to find it elsewhere, which is why a lot of white people in general will pick and choose things that they like from different cultures that they previously demonized to try to create their own kind of something. It's just giving identity crisis, because why else would you completely alter yourself to look completely different? Like, you want nothing to do with your natural self in any way. Like, I'm not saying you gotta look whole 1-2 thing done. Like, you changed your whole skin tone. You look like a completely different human altogether. Disrespecting a heck of a lot of people in the process and not caring. It's just giving lost identity, you know?
Alright guys, there you have it.
And that's what Gen Z had to say. Now, of course, there's gonna be some people that don't agree with this. Of course, and as usual. And of course, you know, the criticism that's subjected towards those racist white people is not meant for all white people. But y'all is held at fault because when y'all saw evil being done to people that it wasn't deserved for, y'all said nothing. But I'm not here to hold judgment or pass judgment on nobody. I'm actually here to see what you guys feel about that. So let me know what you guys feel about those clips. Excuse me. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Do you agree that most of this racism just comes from jealousy? It's because they envy us because we are the trendsetters. We don't need stylists. We don't need music lessons and dance lessons, coaches. We do those things naturally. And there are some talented white people out there. So I'm not going to sit here and say that y'all just completely dog, because that would be a lie. Actually, all my white friends got like a unique ability. Like real shit. And the thing that y'all racist ones don't know is that, bro, it's pure harmony when you actually get to coexist with other people. Like, I know they know, but black people literally is not worried about other races. And especially nowadays, I'm more so proud of my people because we are getting it together. It definitely finally seems like we're headed in the right direction. And I'm proud of my people for that, because we've been holding ourselves down for so long that we couldn't even begin to expose the real problems. But it looked like all of that is over and the veil is being lifted. So of course, if you ain't do no wrong or you ain't really show no hate, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you made it this far in the video, please hit that like button and that subscribe button. Welcome to the game. And if you subscribed already, I definitely appreciate and thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can be notified when I upload a new video or when I update you on the old one. Thank you to everybody that's been tapping into the website as well. We almost at 100 subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of y'all that's been subscribing and tapping into the channel lately. When we hit the 100 subscriber mark, I'm going to do a giveaway. Definitely tap into all socials to stay connected with me. And when I'm not on here, you can catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/TWisdomTV. If you want to catch me live, I'm going to start setting the schedule to where I'm going to start going live probably like 4 or 5 o'clock, most likely 5 o'clock. So it can be a set time to catch me when you guys want to catch me. With that being said, that's the end of this video. I love you guys, and I want to thank each and every one of y'all for watching. It's been another episode of T-Wizzle Reactions. I love you guys, and I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Shout out to Prophets once again for the video, man. She didn't have to cut me off.